Give me 3 minutes, 21 seconds, and I'll prove that anyone can easily write emails that are massively persuasive. And I expose the unseen foundations of persuasive email mastery, right? So discover like the 7 most deadliest mistakes every email must avoid unless you want your email to be dead in the water. So like these are mistakes that gurus never tell you to avoid, but most emails do this wrong, and they become dead in the water, and you don't want that, obviously. The 6 archetypes of the email ecosystem. So you'll uncover like the 6 hidden persuasively powerful email archetypes inside any email ecosystem to build a persuasion, engagement, and conversion powerhouse. Plus, I'll also like break down live, so I'll break down the emails, okay? And the last thing you'll learn is the skeptical mom secret approach. Now, you're gonna master the art of persuasion using a little known secret called the skeptical mom, sorry for that helps you instantly avoid doubt, skepticism, and turnoffs in less than 6 seconds. And this works for anyone, no matter the niche, piece of copy, or audience. And I discovered all of these and put them together for you. And by the way, yes, I'm in a bathrobe, but I'm not copying anybody. Simply, like, I have this for like 3 years, I think so, and it's making me feeling cozy, okay? So all of this, right, not the bathrobe, but like, this has one simple goal, right? To expose how any high-ticket coach, consultant, info product, or copywriter can easily write persuasive emails fast. And at the end, I'll show you the secret skeptical mom thing that, man, it's gonna be crazy. And it's one tip only, okay? So, mastering email is crucial if you want more sales, growth, and traffic, right? And you'll see why in just a second, but before I show the 6 types of emails, the breakdowns and all of that, you need to understand this. Unless you learn the fundamentals, you don't need to know any templates and all of that. So, fundamentals, right? If you know the fundamentals, you will know how to write copy. Okay, so let me explain why. Well, if I would have gave you the templates, right, and you would have used the templates, then what would happen is that once those templates will not work anymore, you won't know what to do. But if you know the foundations that I'm going to teach you in this video, okay, not all of them, but like a few of them, then if that template fails, okay, what you can do is to create your own. And if I get hit by a bus, you won't have to like count on me. So I don't have leverage on you. You can do it by yourself, okay? Of course, it's not gonna teach you in one video how to write emails. No, it's gonna take refinement and all of that shit, but I'm gonna show you the most, okay? I'm gonna show you why I know and why I always use when writing emails and all of that. So now that you know this, right? Now that you know that learning the fundamentals is a must and the only thing you should do, let's start with it, right? So this is the pillar number 1. This is the unseen foundations of persuasive email mastery. I don't know why I said unseen like this, but okay, let's get into it. So it would be impossible for me to tell you what to do, like that limit you, because there are millions and millions and millions of ways for you to write email. Instead, if I tell you what not to do, then you can know that, hey, I can do anything but this. And that's exactly what we're gonna do here. So this will be juicy, okay? Like crazy juicy. But before I show you, right, the emails and all of that, let me show you what not to do and all of that. But if you actually like wonder, if you actually think about what is email, right? Email is simply a tool of persuasion at scale, okay? And in other words, email is used to make a lot of people take action at the same time fast. So the reason email works is because, what you see here is that emails do not, it's not one-on-one, although it may look one-on-one. It's one-to-many. And if you can make that one-to-many look personal, like a one-to-one, and it's incredibly persuasive, it follows these rules, it does everything, you're going to make people take action, because that's what persuasion means. Making someone take action or have a set of beliefs you want them to have, whatever. The important thing about email is that, The important thing about email that everyone gets wrong is not knowing what email actually is meant for. And this is gonna be cliche, like, oh, like email is email, is you just like send an email, that's an email. But is that an email? Is that truly an email? Is that what it means? And a lot of people try to sell you inside the email, which is bad. Why? Well, because the email is the only, so like you have email to redirect people from A to B. Okay, that's it. You don't send in emails. You don't do any of that. That's why you have the sales pages. Okay. So think about it like this, right? Email is just a social media. It's like a video. It's meant to take people on a page, but a short form. Sometimes some emails are long form, as you see in the 6 types. But so think of it like as the vehicle, right? Email is the vehicle to your VSL, to your landing page, to your sales page, whatever. So you don't sell here. You sell in the VSL. Obviously, it could be just a sales page, but you get the point, right? Email is just to get people from somewhere to your page, and then get sold. Selling is the job of your sales page, VSL, and all of that. Selling is not the job of your email. And if you don't get this right, get ready to fail, because email is simply this: a point to take. Like, email is a vehicle, okay? Now that you understand this, and you know that email is a vehicle, it's time for the huge and juicy part of the video. I gotta show you what not to do. Okay, this is not the juicy part, because the juicy part is the 6 types, but like this is juicy as fuck as well. So here's what you should never do when writing emails, right? I said X quick. I wanted to say like 7 quick ways, 7 quick not to do's when writing emails that anyone can easily follow. Number 1, never write unless you know the big 6. So before you write anything, emails, copy, like sales pages, VSLs, right? Okay, like we're talking email here, but this applies to anything. You must know the beliefs, desires, problems, fears, failures, and suspicions your audience has. So this helps you prove, like this helps one sentence persuasion prove its point. So one sentence persuasion is a book, or maybe it's like even a principle. I found it as a book. That tells you this, right? Someone will do anything for someone who encourages their dreams, allays their fears, confirms their suspicions, justifies their failures, and helps them throw rocks at their common enemies. Encouraging the dreams happens from the desires they have. Okay? Allaying their fears, of course, confirming their suspicions, again, suspicions, justifying their failures, helps them throw rocks at common enemies, problems, but a problem could be also like a person, right? So if I say that Tyson 4D sucks, which he does, then that's the problem. Tyson 4D is a problem. He's been ruining, like he's been stealing time from us 3 months, personally. He's a fucking like, I don't know. I don't want to create this conflict, but like, you get the point. And okay, but like, what about beliefs? So beliefs are used. It's a bit more complicated with beliefs, but beliefs are used to understand what their paradigm is, right? So you can hopefully shift it and convince them to take action. For those of you who don't know, a paradigm is the lens you see something through, the world, usually. So my lens could be that outreach is very easy, right? That's my paradigm. But your lens could be, your paradigm could be the client acquisition is this fucking like hell thing, right? Where it's like very hard to get clients and all of that. So that's a paradigm. You see, another thing in persuasion is that people who understand you better will make you feel like they have the solution to most of your problems. So this is a heuristic as well. There's this bird called robin in UK, where this bird, if it sees orange, it bomb. Sorry for that. So it bomb dives into that thing and dies. So this is a thing that humans have as well, right? Where if someone understands you and they show you that they understand you, you will feel like they have the solution to your problem. Even if you know, you'll still feel like they have it. And if you know what they believe and use the 5, persuasion strategies like these ones, the one sentence persuasion, to prove that we can prove it to them that we understand them, then they'll tend to believe we have the solution, even if we don't. So beliefs are to understand what you need to break down in order for them to start to believe you. Okay? And usually you have to like set new beliefs, right? So you have to set internal, external, and okay, so you have internal beliefs, which is about them. You have beliefs about the vehicle, in this case copywriting, and you have external beliefs, which could be traffic. So internal beliefs could be, man, I don't have time to do outreach. Okay, that's internal. Like that's that's external. Like that's time. You can't. Okay, wait. I'm gonna give you another example that's a bit easier to understand. So an internal belief, right, could be something I see myself as. So I may not see myself, good at outreach, right? So I may not know how to talk to people, and that's an internal belief. The vehicle could be that, well, I don't know copywriting. Okay, I don't know how to do copywriting. I don't know how to write. I don't know how to set up pages. Nothing like that. And external beliefs could be, well, even if I know copywriting and even if I know how to talk to people, I don't know how to get traffic and find people. Okay, so hopefully this gets you like a clear understanding of beliefs, and I'll show you all of that, how it plays a role later on. But you need to know that all of these are useless unless you know the goal of the email. So never write your email unless you know the goal of the email. Now, here's the thing: never write an email if it has no preset goal. So here's the thing: because if you don't have any preset goal, right, you cannot nail down your CTA, like call to action, your lesson, action, your body copy, your angle, your anything. Okay, so you have to have one goal. Like, what lesson or action do I want people to take? Okay, so you absolutely must have one big goal of your email. It only takes 4.51 seconds to set and can be quickly and easily done by anyone. The goal can only be two: an action or a lesson. So a lesson could be something that I teach over the emails. So for example, maybe I want to teach you that using the mountain type copy is essential. So that would be the lesson. So mountain type copy is this, right? You have this, you have this, you have this, you have this. So it looks like a mountain, but like, it's copy, of course. Okay. And an action, go on a page, check my Instagram, I don't know, like meditate for 5 minutes, like that's an action. And a lesson could be an epiphany bridge, could be anything, okay? It's something that you learn. So why are we doing this? Well, we do this so we can have one big idea for our emails, right? So without this, nothing would make sense and your email would be a total mess. So you have the big goal, now we need to have the big idea, okay? So never write your emails unless you have the big idea. So I've studied a ton of emails, okay? And what I noticed, okay, not it noticed, is that they always have this one big idea. And not only emails, it is for sales pages, VSLs, anything. And you have to have like one powerful idea, one big emotion, one big lead, one big engaging story or fact, one big direction, one big CTA, one big angle, one big story, one big flow, one etc. Okay, so you need this one big thing. The one big thing idea is simple, right? It should be simple, easy to believe, and easy as fuck to understand. So what you want to do is write your one big idea into a sentence and keep looking at it whenever you write a piece of copy. Or like keep it at mind, or keep it in mind all the time when writing. And do not write emails and words, not emails, anything, right, that is out of alignment with that one big idea you have. So examples: AI is the future, right? Take advantage of it or be left behind. This is the one big idea. Sitting causes you to die. Avoid it with this. That's the one big idea, that sitting causes you to die and you have to do this to avoid it. Persuasion is the key to taking action. Leverage it or lose clients. So the big idea is that persuasion is the key to making people take action. If you don't use persuasion, you lose clients, okay? Now, all of this is extremely important, but unless they open your email, none of this matters. And by the way, these aren't in like any order. It's random, like pillar number, like this one is not more important than this one. All of them are important, okay? So never write your email unless you use the eyeball arresting subject line. So 5% of the actions are conscious and 95% of the actions are unconscious. So conscious actions, the 5%, are buying decisions, problem solving, scheduling a call, right? Things where you have to like use your mind a lot, or not like a lot, but like you have to use your mind. It's a conscious action. It's something that you have been thinking about it. You said, okay, I'm gonna do it. By the way, sometimes making decisions is not conscious, and that unfortunately that's way too many times. So an unconscious action is 95% of your actions. So it could be walking, clicking on ads, opening emails, talking, eyeballs position, right? Because if I talk to you and I look in the right part, it's not me thinking about, hey, let's look in the right part. It's my brain saying, well, I don't know, we're gonna look in the right part for some reason. Body language, habits, etc. So habits, yes, habits are very unconscious. Walking, like, yes, okay, like maybe it takes you like 1 minute to like decide, okay, I'm gonna go for a walk. But once you go for a walk, you don't have to like constantly, look at your legs and think, okay, I'm gonna move my first I'm gonna move my left leg, then right leg. And breathing is very unconscious. It just happens. Clicking on ads, like you don't think, I'm gonna click on this ad right now. No, you just click on it. It's unconscious. It doesn't really think. So it's not logical, okay, pretty much. It just happens, okay? So if you break into their unconscious mind, you can easily make them open emails on autopilot, right? With emails, right, you do it through a pattern interrupt, right? This means not being random. And once a stimuli is used too many times, it becomes numb and ineffective, right? So this phenomenon is called stimuli hypoesthesia. So what this means, right? So stimuli is a trigger that triggers an action. A calendar link, calendar question, that's a stimuli. An ad, a subject line. This video is a stimuli, okay? It stimulates you. So it's a stimuli for you to take action and book a call with me, okay? That's the stimuli. The same things happens with a subject line, right? Once a stimuli, a subject line, is used too many times, hypoesthesia kicks in like crazy. So so I'm gonna give you a very good example, right? There's this subject line, quick question, that everybody has used for hundreds of thousands of times, even millions. At first, the first people who used this were those that were very smart, obviously, and very lucky, because you may be lucky and use this one and you don't even know it works so well and why it works so well. But those who used it at the beginning were very lucky because it worked. Now, quick question, everybody knows is the biggest marketing subject line and all of that. Maybe not the biggest, but like a very big one. The good news is that a different approach can work, old or new, right? It needs testing, of course. So let me prove my point right here. So imagine like a hot stove. Imagine you touch a hot stove and you get like a big burn on your hand. That like hurts a lot, okay? Now, this pain is so bad that you learn your lesson. That you're so careful, like, okay, is this a hot stove? Can I burn my hand? Like, you're so careful. But after 5 years, for example, right? You're not gonna be this careful again, because stimuli hypoesthesia happens, but like it kind of fades away with time. So I can burn my hand, but 3 to 5 years from now, I'm not gonna be so scared anymore unless I burn my hand again. And this has happened with me recently, okay? A few months ago, I kind of like my earbuds, they were in the washing machine, and that was my mistake. So I was very careful, right? Not to like put them again. And I was so careful that I would always check my pockets twice, okay? Like really careful. I bought another pair of earbuds, and I was very careful for a lot of time. And lately, these actually like 1 week ago or 2 weeks ago, I was so stimuli hypoesthesia has faded. Okay, I wasn't checking my pockets again and all of that. So guess what? Same thing happened. But luckily this time they worked. Okay, they didn't like die. It worked. And again, like it was an old thing that happened, but it worked again on me. Okay, pockets and all of that. So if an outreach method worked 5 years ago, it's highly likely it will work right now. Okay, that's that. And also with stimuli, there's stimuli chains, action chains. Like there's so many things that I cannot go through this episode, but like of course. Now learning from KJ, this is what makes up a good pattern interrupt. So it conveys curiosity, surprise, benefit, desired outcome, pain, fear, personal big drama, insane story, insane understanding. What will make them open it right now? So your subject line can be a mix of more of this. So it could be a big drama and also pain and fear and curiosity, right? So if your email subject line is provoking more of these emotions, then it's gonna be very good. The more, the better. Okay. So this is not the case with less is more. This is the case of more is more, and actually like more is more. So you must use this into your subject lines because they will force people to open unconsciously. So people are very, so an example, right? Another heuristic is storytelling. So people have this natural thing about stories where if I hear a story, my brain wants to hear the story, okay? And if you use stories with high drama and curiosity, maybe even like pain and fear, then they must open this email. They will open this email, okay? But if they open your email and don't read it, it's useless. So, never write an email until you have a proven angle, okay? The angle of your email is like the food to your body. The better the food, the more energy you have to go throughout the day. Same with the same angle. So if my angle is extremely good, people will read more. Okay? If my angle is bad, they might read like the first 5 seconds and then delete my email. If my food is bad, then I'm gonna like have a crash out in the middle of the day and feel like I wanna sleep. If I have good food in me, I can keep going. And the same goes with the angle. The better the angle, the intro, the better the engagement, the more people they read and all of that. So if your intro sucks, nobody will be there till the end, therefore no action. So here's the thing, right? You should create your own proven intros. But like, how do you know what is a proven intro? Oh, well, that was about to come. I kind of forgot. But Patrick, like, I don't know how the fuck do I do that. Like, what is a proven intro? So you gotta chill right now because I'm gonna show you everything. So I'm not leaving anything out. Literally, I have all of it planned out for you. So an angle instantly becomes proven for anyone only when the persuasion through sentence bubble, big six, right, is used to write that intro, right? Beliefs, desires, problems, fears, failures, and all of that. So using this, right, can make the difference between 1% conversion rate and 5% conversion rate, which is a huge difference. Okay, and I'll show you all of that, how they play a role, but I must show it at the end because I only want to target serious, high ticket, coaches, consultants, info product businesses, and even copywriters. Why not? If you're not a serious one, then leave. It's all right. Okay. Now you must also know that a good intro is good only when the email is concise, right? No wasted words. Because if your email is wasting words, your conversion rate will be 0 because nobody watches it and reads it. So never write your email unless you use the CAB method. Okay. So a good email is not confusing, is not unbelievable, and is not boring. These are all turn-offs, and it makes people want to stop read. And here's how to fix it. So before you fix anything, you must understand what makes anything. if that makes any sense. So what makes your copy confusing? Well, so you have to understand that you need to understand like the foundations before you can fix anything. So esoteric points, right, is too many details they don't care about. Confusing language or numbers, lazy or poor choice of words, numbers and graphics, vague explanation, right, not being specific enough, or being ultra specific is very confusing. Distractions, one strong idea, get off the topic and they'll get confused. So if I have the strong idea that AI is the big like revolutionary thing, and then I say like AI is shit, then it's gonna be very confusing. Okay. So to fix confusing copy, simply remove it, or if it's necessary for a promotion, like rewrite it. Okay. So if you must have confusing copy, you have to rewrite it. Okay. But if you don't, like, remove it. What makes copy unbelievable? Well, unbelievable claims, right? You have to be specific and non-vague. Not enough specific proof. So always add, for example, like a big bold claim. Okay, so I would always recommend to have proof. Now, sometimes you cannot have proof, and that's fine because maybe you're starting out, but like you have to find your ways. Okay. Unbelievable cliche. So cliche copy makes them realize, again, it's a sale and it's making you look like anyone else. And it's also like creating this skepticism barrier that nobody likes and wants and all of that. Okay, not enough facts. So if a statement is true, add facts like social proof to back it up. Okay, unbelievable explanation. Answer, if this is so good, why haven't I heard of it? So you have to make it believable. A string of unbelievable claims. So if the claims are unbelievable, you either cut it or you prove it. That's the rule, okay? To fix an unbelievable claim, a copy, cut it or prove it, okay? What makes copy boring? Boring, so when you say something they already know, right? So quickly remind them about the things that, the problem and all of that. If they have cancer, don't tell them how bad it is. Like, tell them there's a solution. Like, think about it. If I had cancer and I came on your page, and obviously now in 2024 there's no solution to cancer, but if there were, if someone told me that, oh, you have cancer, it's so bad, like, bro, I already know this. Like, there's a solution or not. Okay. The another thing is spending too much time on boring subjects. So you have to cut down or simplify what's not exciting. Boring copy that drags. So get to the point and do it fast, be concise, be direct, and all of that. To fix boring copy, you either cut it down or cut it as much as you can. Or cut it, okay? And never waste words. Be as concise as you can, direct to the point. That's very important. You can like be not concise and still have luck, but I wouldn't rely on it. Be concise, be direct to the point. And you can be funny and try to put in your personal touch, but cut it down as much as you can and as possible, right? Because it will ruin your email unless you don't. All of these are useless unless you use the big four. And I talked about this in another video, but never write unless you use the big four. The big four is leveraging emotions to create desire for continuing reading and taking action. It simply consists of 4 big emotions and their alter ego dark emotions, right? Of these 4 emotions. So new, and the alter ego is only, easy, anybody, safe, predictable, big, fast. Now, I've made countless videos on it with what words trigger the emotion and how to use it, etc. So I won't go over it again, but just know it's huge. It's 99.23% of your body copy. It even manifests in your headline. So you can say it's actually like 100% of your body copy. Okay? And it's true. It's not a lie. Even this uses the big 4. And if you know what the big 4 is, you will know what I mean by that. If you don't use it or don't use it the right way in your emails, they will be boring and they will suck. Even if you fix that, right, the next one is still big. It should never be ignored. Okay? So never write emails unless they are value packed. Now, this one is very like depends, okay? Depends, because some people like, so there's a thing where people are still debating whether you should send quality or quantity. I always would go for quality, but if you want to go for quantity, do that. People only care about one thing, themselves, right? And that's sad. That's a sad reality, but it's true. And if you don't answer these questions, right, like what's in it for me, for them from the get-go, they'll stop reading. And people classify something is for them whether or not it alleviates their problem, their pain, or it's just problem solving, which equals value, baby. Like, if like this video, you are here because this is solving a problem, right? You may not know how to write emails, you may not know like what makes an email good or not, and I'm showing you this, so it's a problem that I'm solving for you, and that's why you're watching this, okay? It's value packed for you, because, and also like with value, it depends who you're targeting, because if I would target farmers, they wouldn't care about email and stuff like that. Like, fuck no. Like, they would care about soil and soil quality and the market price and all of that things. So your email must be so valuable that they would kill anyone to read the next one. And I'll show you a cool trick with value that makes it so easy for you that anyone can have a whole video, a whole value in like 5 to 6 lines. Okay, that's it. So summary. Taking everything you learn, you should know that so this is what you have to like use. Okay, not in order, but you have to use this. So you have to add massive values, the big 4, the big 6, proven angles, build intrigue, be direct and concise, no wasted words. Use the CUB method, right? Confusing, unbelievable, boring. Like, cut everything that's confusing, everything that's unbelievable, and everything that's boring. Use pattern interrupt. Have one big idea, one big goal, create desire for them to take action, and etc. I may have omitted some stuff, and if I did, oops, I'm really sorry. So if I omitted stuff, I'm really sorry, okay? Even short, right? So the email has, like, they have 3 goals. To get them to open the email, create desire for action, and get them to take action. That's it. Like, that's what email is. And remember, like, email is short form. You never want to sell on the email, and you want to redirect people to the sales page via sale, etc. It could be Instagram. Like, that's up to you. And now it's time for the juicy part. The 6 types of emails, plus the big secret at the end. So this is the 6 archetypes of the email ecosystem. And I've been waiting for this moment since the video has started, and I'm gonna reveal the big 6 types of emails that exist that anyone can use when writing down emails. Now, after that, I will reveal the quick breakdown of the emails, and by the end, the secret pillar of the secret pillar of emails. So this is the skeptic mom, right? The skeptical mom that I'm gonna reveal. Okay, now before I reveal the breakdowns, right, before I reveal anything, let me tell you the 6 types of emails, because this is very important. Now, here's the thing. There are 2 macro categories of emails, right? Value emails and sales emails. These are macro. And each macro category has 3 micro categories. I'm pronouncing it so wrong. I have a lapsus. I think that's why it's called when you like cannot pronounce something for some reason. Okay. Value is micro, right? It's story emails, valuable advice emails, and discovery emails. Sales micro category is testimonial emails, FOMO promo emails, and so fear of missing out, and promotional emails pretty much, and new opportunity emails. I'll quickly show you soon what each micro category means and how to define it, plus examples and breakdown of those examples. But before I do that, let me tell you what makes up each micro category. Warning, there's no strict rule saying, so here's the thing. You shouldn't get attached to any of these types. So you shouldn't say, oh, I only have to like write story emails. No, don't do that. This is simply helping you to organize and categorize these emails. There are infinite ways to use these emails, so have fun and play with it. But let's start by understanding that these are only some, like, this is like your apps. Like you put folders on your phone or PC because you want to keep things organized, not because you want to only use like spam this folder. No, okay. So you want to keep things organized and categorize something. It helps you break down stuff, and yeah. Let's go. Value emails. Now, in value emails, you have story, valuable advice, and discoveries. So this is telling a story. It can be epiphany. It has an epiphany. It's about a lesson you learn. Just a story with a call to action. Valuable advice emails. This is simply, right? This is simple and it just offer value. Then tell them how they can use the value with a PS sales, right? Discovery email. Now, just like the valuable advice, it's extremely simple. This is a discovery you made, link, action, whatever. And the goal is to make them watch something or introduce them to something non-salesy. And there's this one very cool, you can link someone else's value and they'll associate it with your value with you. So if I said that, hey, this video helped me make 10K a month, and you watch that video and it's not from me, and you find massive value in that video, you will think that I provided that value because I sent you to that value. Okay, so you'll associate that value with me, even though it's not from me. Sales emails. Okay. So testimonials emails is just find someone who crushed it with a product. All you have to do is say, hey, this is how John did X. Of course, it's not just that, but like you get the point. Fear of missing out and promotional emails, right? This is urgency and scarcity is your best friend here. You use them for a sale. And by the way, always announce the promotion if you do a promotion. New opportunity emails. This is showcasing your new opportunity for the first time ever. This works very well with a welcome sequence. And don't get too attached to any of this. Just know this helps you organize your emails and helps you build flow when writing the emails. That's it. Now it's time for the actually like juicy part. Well, not really, okay? It's not the juicy part just yet. You see, I have to tell you how I break down emails. Otherwise, you shouldn't know. I mean, you shouldn't break down emails if you don't know how. You wouldn't know. After this, I actually like promise you that I will go to the breakdown of the emails and stuff like that. But, you know, one from each micro category. So I'll break 6 emails. So how I break down emails, right? What do I use? And the answer is everything. Wow, so crazy. So whatever I learn from books, I use. From videos, from courses, I use. And what works for me is what I use. So I try to use as much stuff as I can, right? Stuff that actually like matters. So, you know, I use the Big Four, the Cobb method, the persuasion transcendence bubble, persuasion stuff, psychology stuff, like so many things. There's not something that you can use or you shouldn't use. Use anything that helps you find patterns because that's what it is. And then I try to figure out how they are used. So what is used, so what they are used, what is used and where and how. So I can find patterns that I can steal or get inspired by when I'm writing my copy. Right? That's the goal of breaking down copy. And that's because in order for you to get good at emails or any other piece of copy, you must follow the persuasion refinement cycle, which is do, learn, study, iterate. So you have to like write. So if you want to learn like how to write copy, you have to like write 1 to 3 pieces of copy a day. Then you have to learn copywriting, right? Books, courses, YouTube. Then you have to like study copywriting. You have to like break down 1 to 3 pieces of copy a day and then iterate. You have to use what you learn from studying and learning to doing again. And you repeat the cycle and you get better and better each time. Okay? Templates are trash. You gotta actually like break down successful emails and figure out they work and why they work and how you can use the same patterns that you found for yourself or for your clients. That's essentially like, and this works with everything, not just copy. This is a thing you can use in your day-to-day life and learn anything. It could be a sport. Now that you know that, it's time to actually go to the juicy part and let's break down emails, baby, because I kept like telling you, hey, we're gonna do this, and we never did it, so we're doing it now. So, value emails. Let's start with discovery. So, wait, is this okay? That's good. Wow. So when you see wow, it's a pattern interrupt. It conveys curiosity and all of that stuff. And I just found a gem. it opens a loop, okay, a gem, like that's big, right? This is an old 360p video that just changed my entire view on making money online. Like that's big. That's big. You want to find out, okay, what it is. I could give you a link of enticing reason you need to watch it, but honestly, it's getting late here and I need to make guacamole before the wife gets home. By the way, this is KJ. So if you care at all about making money online, watch this at least for the first 30 minutes of this video. Boom. So this is a cool trick that I told you about. Like he's linking the value of someone else, and people will consider it's KJ that gave value. Okay. So what he's doing here is that he creates massive curiosity, and he uses like big, right? Making money, like this change everything. That's big. Okay. This one thing so it's only this video that changed everything. Nothing else. This video only. It's exclusive. I could do this, but honestly, watch it. And it gives you an excuse to keep this short. So what you do with a discover email is that you link something that you discovered and people will take it as your own. So it's very like valuable. It works so well. Okay, story emails. Now I'm not gonna like break down the whole thing because like fucking hell, it's like 4 pages, but I am going to show you a thing. So why I hire female copywriters. So this is a story, okay? And the human mind has a heuristic to listen to stories. Okay? And it proves here that, hey, you know, he's telling you a story and all of that thing, but the story has a point. The point of the story is to like transition to his paid newsletter. So he's giving you value because it is value. Like he tells you like, you know, hey, this is what you can do to like improve your copy and all of that. But then he tells you like, hey, if you want to work for someone, do this. So it's value. And then he has this like very, very soft CTA that's not needy. Says, hey, if you like my free emails, check out my paid emails if you have a minute. Okay, that's very simple. Valuable advice. Now corporate clients try this, bro. KJ again. So why do I have? So all of these emails, by the way, they use what's called like the persuasion truthfulness bubble, like the big 6, because people have a problem. Like they want to make money online and they don't know how. So anything that's gonna come at them saying, hey, this is how you make money online, is gonna like click in their head, because he's gonna like, these are trigger words. Making money online, 10K a month, because people look for these words. Okay. No clients, bro, try this. Boom, he tells you that, hey, so this is why it's important to know their beliefs, because you know that people don't believe stuff, right? So you know that your clients believe that, hey, the reason I'm at 1K a month is not because I don't know how to write copy, but it's because I don't believe I can write copy. And if you know that about them, you can use it as KJ did here and says, well, here's the real reason. It's not because you don't know how to write copy, it's because you don't believe it's possible. And you wouldn't be able to do this unless you know the big 6. And then it tells you, and then you're like, well, fuck yeah, like that's true. Like I don't believe it's possible. And then his call to action is to go on his Instagram and see testimonials. This is building story. So this is like value, because it also makes people believe that it's possible, which helps them make more money. But it's also promoting his program, right? KJ, Copy Your Lead. It's crazy. Like it's crazy at this point that, you know, these people do this and stuff. So these are like, I'm proving you that like copy doesn't have to be hard. Okay, you can write this email. Look how short it is. Like look how short it is. It works. It works so well. FOMO and promo emails. Now, FOMO and promo emails, people know it's a promotion, and what you want to use here, right, is you want to go full in and use all of your willpower and like not willpower, I forgot how they call it, like your I don't know, like you wanna use everything you have, right? All your ammunition and all of that thing to like put like scarcity, urgency, and make it like big and huge and all of that. Because they do this, right? And he makes urgency and all of that. So this is a promotion email. So you basically have 8 hours to take action and sign up now. 8 hours. That's like massive urgency. It's a promotion and announce a promotion always. New opportunity. How AI is revolutionizing copywriting. That's new, right? Because the research and all of that stuff, right? They even tell like old way and new way. Like, what is this doing? It's new. So he shows you the new stuff. Even like says it here, new stuff that you can always like use. And it's working really well. So you can do this with a launch, ideally with a launch, or just when you want to like present your new opportunity. Because Iman does this as well with Educate. When he first had Educate, you use like their persuasion from sentence bubble, and what you then do is you show how your new opportunity solves that problems that they have, latent conditions and all of that stuff. And this is why copywriters who don't master AI right now don't have the chance. So he shows you how this new opportunity, AI, will make copywriters successful. And that's why people take action on this one. Right? Copy Squad, again, Kyle Milligan. This is from Kyle Milligan. And then the last email is testimonial. This is very simple. How Zach automated his SMA 50 employees. Hey KJ. Right, so I did, but by the way, I inspired like from, like these emails are from KJ's resources. So yeah, it was very easy for me to find them. So if you want to like break these emails down, like you can find it at KJ. But this one is pretty much like showcasing, like finding a, so Zach probably crushed it with, sorry for that. Oh my god, there's an ambulance outside. Hopefully you cannot hear, but okay. So he pretty much like, what he did, right, was that he showed her student how like he made money and, you know, have like, it's not about money, because like if people are in the fitness niche, then they won't care about making money. They will care about like, of course they care about making money, but their big goal is to get like abs and stuff like that. So you show someone achieving the big desired outcome that your audiences have, and then you tell, hey, if you want the same thing, my product does it for you. Boom. And that's that. Obviously, like you have to like study a lot of emails to like learn how to write emails, but this is a skeptical secret mom approach. Now this is gonna be crazy. What hell, Patrick? Like a skeptical mom? Yes. Hear me out, okay? The thing is that there's a huge secret copywriting I found on YouTube a couple of months ago. That's huge. And not very few people know about this, okay? And it's crazy. So I call it the skeptical mom. Why? Well, this is the reason, because my mom is very skeptical, and to prove her point, right, you have to come up with like good arguments, and like you have to like be this guy that's like, hey, this is proof. And sometimes proof doesn't work either. It's crazy. That's my mom, but like, in copywriting, hopefully you don't like, you don't try to sell to my mom, because if you try to sell to like my mom, it won't work. I'm telling you right now. Okay, maybe it will work because she buys some shoes and stuff like that, but like, you get the point, right? So every time you write copy and make a claim, imagine your mom being skeptical, right? That's how I do it, okay? The only time she believes you is only when you show her the big proof, like the big juicy proof. Hey, here's undeniable proof. You cannot say this doesn't work because here's proof. And then, no, that's the only time she believes it. So let's imagine this scenario, right? I write an email and it goes like this. 21st century is the best time to start copywriting. At this point, my mom is going to be, get out! And those who have TikTok will know this. Now, I don't have TikTok, but my classmates are brain rotted, so yeah. But your mom is like, I don't believe this, like, get out, like, leave me alone. I have heard this like hundreds of times, like, fucking hell, like, leave me alone, kid, like, I don't believe you. The only way for me to make my mom believe what I told her and defeat her skepticism is by me coming up with proof and rational arguments, and proof, of course, arguments, right? So I would have to do this, right? 21st century is the best time to start copywriting. And here she says, get out. And then I would have to like say, well, that's because this is the easiest period in history where you have access to knowledge and resources, like you'd open up your fridge for you to get food. No great example and explanation, lol, but like at this point she says, well, gain, I believe you now. Here's an example, like an actually good example. Step number 3, value delivery. The most important part is client fulfillment. Like people will be like, get out, that's not it. Then people will be like, well, that's because the better results you provide, the better case studies you'll get, and the more money you'll make in the long term. And people are like, that makes sense. And then your mom says, well, don't go out, like gain. Makes sense. Like I hear now. Sorry for being like, sorry for saying get out. Oh my god, bro, like it's crazy. Sorry for like, get out, but like it's true. Like it's true. My mom doesn't tell me to get out, but like she's very like skeptical, okay? And I love her for who she is, so I don't really care. But I'm just giving you an example in, hopefully this helps you like write better copy, because that's all I care about. Like if you don't get value from this, I'm gonna stop doing this, okay? So you can use this in every piece of copy, email, sales pages, VSLs, YouTube scripts, and all of that. The key is to use connector words. Why? Because they're for anyway. So connector words, right? It's pretty much a word that makes a transition from one idea to another idea smooth. So it pretty much gives you flow. Okay. Okay. So KJ could have said why? Well, because you get better results. So that could have been a way to do it. Okay. Boom. This is KJ's, by the way. So if you're a high ticket coach, consultant, or info product business and you need help with email, sales pages, systems, and all of that stuff, and you trust me, you can book in a 45-minute free strategy call where I'll freaking like bombard you with free value. But if you don't, that's fine. And either way, I hope this was helpful. Even if you're a copywriter, hope this helped you out, and see you in the next